Welcome back. I'm on a different spot today. I'm actually at an area where one river that has some small gold in it meets another river that has some small gold. So when the two combine, does that make bigger gold? Let's hope so. Other interesting thing, if you find green rocks, that's where the money is, right? So I'm gonna do a test dig to prove that. We'll see. I got a little thing I'm testing out. The beauty of a pump is it doesn't take much battery power and you have an excessive amount of water. So I designed and 3D printed this, so I can do this while getting sprayed. So you have all this free water energy that goes to waste while you struggle taking a classifier and spinning it side to side, getting all the stuff to shake down low. You notice too, I'm also using a 3/8 classifier. The 1/4 inch is being used as a filter screen to keep the pump clean, but bigger gold needs a bigger classifier. So just lock it into there. Now I got a power washer. Take your material right in the center, swish it around, and look at that. It's already gone through. This should be able to cut the classifying time down in half, if not more. So let me get this bucket together and do some test digs and find out where this gold is, because I'm pretty excited. It's a nice spot. It's going to be super sunny. 90s today. This is probably the first heat wave coming this year, so good day to be on the river. Look how beautiful this place is. One thing about all the green and the rain, or all the rain, it just creates so much green. Even got a guy down there trying to catch his dinner. Doesn't get any better than this. Welcome to New England. Alright, let me find some gold. The reason I came up here. Okay, this thing is definitely a win. I just classified. It's a 3-gallon bucket, right? I didn't even realize how high I was getting. Fill it right to the top in under 5 minutes. This little gym is working awesome. Nothing complicated. Basically takes the water direction, puts it down, and puts it into a jet spray. I'm not positive if these are the right angles right now, but it does seem to be working. Designed some custom ball screws so this clamps on quicker. So that'll screw on there. When the hose goes on here, this one just lightly pinches it so it holds it in place. But honestly, it's staying in place because of the pressure. Well, that thing is a game changer right now. That is crazy. That used to take like 20 minutes to a half hour, depending on how hard it is to dig down to get the material. So, and that pump, I believe, only draws a couple amps. These batteries go all day, so it's not going to kill the battery. I do have a spare if I need it, but let's see if there's gold in here. That's what I came here for. I'm kind of curious. It's really hard to predict. If you got water flying in here during the flood and water flying in here, where is the low pressure zone? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. I noticed right here had a seam of cobble, bigger cobble all by itself, sand on that side and more sand on this side. So that's why I picked that area, but I could be completely wrong. So I'm gonna give this spot a good few hours, try to find something. If not, I got another 2 or 3 I'm gonna be checking today. So wish me luck. That was amazing. In the 2 years since I invented this Goldbox, that is the first time I've actually classified material, a full bucket's worth of material, faster than I could run it. That bucket was so full, it took about 7 minutes, and like I said, I was able to classify that in probably under 5 minutes. Man, now I'm going to be able to push through some serious material. Well, let's take a look what we got. I have no clue if it's rare that the first spot you pick on a river has the gold. That's what prospecting is about, is trying to find that magic spot where it all accumulated. Don't want to scratch that. All right, let's see if I can pull this out. A little more sandy, so it gets trapped behind it, but got it out. I am seeing a lot of garnet and black sand. Bigger pieces. Oh geez. Saw a yellow rock in there stuck in there. That would have been nice. All right, let's see what we got. As always, very little concentrates, which is always nice. It's the point of classifying pounds of material or buckets full of material that have pounds still left over. You got a pan. I got maybe a tablespoon. All right, let's see the reveal. Material looks good, but like I said, there's a lot of small gold in this one. And I think that's, yeah, real tiny stuff. I don't know if you can see that. Nothing to write home about. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this out better. It's hard to see, but there's a ton of little micro specks in there. So that's not what I wanted to see. But it does say, it does show me there is gold. Yeah, there's a little speck right there. I don't think you're gonna be able to see that on camera. Yeah, it's not gonna focus. You got a couple micro specks, but not even worth showing, honestly. All right, so I got some light gold settling there. Where would you dig? It's always the $1,000,000 question. I have, I mean, maybe the gold needed more time to be pushed and settled out more onto this. So I think, I did a quick test pan when I first got there, or here. I didn't see anything behind that rock, but maybe I'll try doing a full bucket just to confirm, and I'll just randomly test. I know there's gold in this area, but the question is how much. I haven't heard anybody finding tons of impressive stuff around here, but I wanted to try it. I have another spot down there, and the river that I normally have been going to for the last few videos that's getting kind of boring is not far from here, about 20 minutes. I don't even know if it's that far. But this, I mean, this river has some definitely some force. It's eroded out the concrete. That bridge has been repaired a few times. So maybe it's too strong current coming through here and it's pushing the gold further out into here. But I'll do a couple more test buckets and I'll try to get on the gold. I'll come back on when the gold is running. You know, us prospectors get a lot of grief from environmentalists saying that we're killing the fish and blah 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 with our equipment. Every time I fire this thing up and start putting sediment in the water, the fish from all around come and it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Just schools and schools of fish come in the tailings to pick all the bugs and debris out the food. So I don't understand how this is destructive. I don't know, maybe somebody can answer me that. Just a little side note. Well, that was a skunk. Other than a few small specks, I didn't find anything. So I think it's time to move on to another spot. It's hard to get this through the video, but man, is it hot as hell out here. It's getting close to 90 and humid. I'm dying. It's been a while since we've had heat like this. But the only real treasure today has been this view. Isn't this amazing? It's just lush and green. I'm tempted to jump in the water. Nice little swimming hole right here, pretty deep. But yeah, I didn't find much. The material looks really good. A lot of garnet. Black sands. I mean, there should be gold in here, but it's just either I'm just not on the spot or just not accumulating here. But that was the win of today. That's a game changer. Using actually the 3/8 classifier with that power wash thing, that is working awesome. I was able to get a bucket there, 2 buckets there, and a full bucket here, and just, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 micro specks, so totally not worth it. But it's still nice to be on the water. Time to move on to the next spot. Hopefully it's a little more promising. Worst case, I go back to that the river I've been hitting hard and just try to run just a ton of material and just make up for it in the small gold. But I really want some bigger stuff. So another look around because I am about to pack up and leave. Just a perfect day. Feel the stress just washing away. All right, time for the next spot. I'm at the next spot, actually the third spot. The other area I tried, it wasn't any good. I didn't even bother filming. But this is a little more promising. I know there's gold here. A little harder to find the areas that aren't posted though. Nice little river, a nice day. Got a little accumulation of some butterflies. I don't know if that's a sign there's gold around. Kind of interesting that they're all just piling up there. I don't know why. Just trying to analyze the river. I'm definitely seeing some dig holes. Some people have been here. This is kind of neat. This looks like a Model T axle. I don't know if anybody will be able to pick that out, but it's small. For reference, it's tiny. So it's tiny and old. So I'm assuming it's a Model T. Could be something else. Pretty cool bit of history though. I wonder if the rest of the car is in the river somewhere. But yeah, there's a hole dug there. Got some nice big rocks up here. Got a dig hole there. Wherever I set up, it's definitely gonna be in the shade because it is brutal out. This wind is actually nice. We do get some thunderstorms coming in later, so I gotta be quick on this. Get some dig holes here, but I'm not sure. Suppose I won't know until I get in here and start digging. Nice mountain stream. Can't beat the scenery. So I am gonna analyze a little more and then just start picking some random spots. And then I'll set up the gold box. Better view. There's a big hole that was dug. Looks pretty good. So let me get set up and hopefully I'll get on the gold quick. Well, I did a few test pans and I am just getting skunked today, or I should say test buckets. I ran a bucket over there, a couple out in here, and just prospecting some more. I'm not finding anything, which is unusual. I figured I'd at least find some small specks. So just one of those days. It's not my favor. Again, I mean, the views are just the winners today. But I want gold, and I only got a few more hours to go before I got to start heading back home. So I am actually going to head back to the spot I've been videoing for a while with the small gold. Maybe the water's dropped down good enough now. I can get out in the center and dig behind some of those bigger rocks and try to get some bigger gold. Especially now I can classify a lot faster. That thing is working awesome. It takes longer to get in between the boulders than it does to classify out the material into the bucket. So that's been great today. So a couple wins, views, and the classifier, the power washer thing. So I am packing up, and then I'm gonna head to the next spot, and then I'll spend an hour or two there and pretty much finish this video up there before I gotta head back. Back to reality. What a day though. All right, let's get going. There we go. I'm starting to forget what gold looked like. Not a productive day when it comes to finding gold, but I ended up going back to the old spot where there's a ton of gold. I didn't get it over there. I want to leave that. I did out in the river. Got some spots there, a lot of clay, which is good, and then I dug a hole down here and just got a few specks, so it's a little worse. But what I am noticing on this river, the water's down really low, which is making it easy to get behind all these big rocks. But right here, you can see it's just a pile of rocks. This was, whatever reason, a big pressure point. So from this point up, there's all kinds of gold and a lot of clay, which is holding it. So this place is, as much as I complain about how little the gold is here, it still, at the end of the day, feels good to at least have something. But the views today were amazing. The weather was perfect. This thing I am loving. So simple, but yet it works just great. Simple little jet washer, whatever you want to call it, but man, does that make it just classify so much better. And if you also notice, I'm using the 3/8 today. It runs just as good as the 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch runs just a little better, but I'm in the search for bigger gold, and so I need a bigger classifier. And the cool thing is these cheap plastic ones actually work better than the steel ones with that power wash. So that's actually a win too. So, but I'm pretty much going to conclude it right here. There's actually some thunderclouds moving in. I can hear it off in the distance. I'm exhausted. It was hitting 90 today with humidity. I mean, the water felt great, but it takes a lot out of you. But just an amazing day. I can't wait to get back up here. I actually might even come back up tomorrow. I'll see. I'll have to see. But until next time, try to get out. Summers are short. You got to enjoy these days. Even if you get skunked on these rivers, it's still so much fun. And as I always say, if you can't afford one of these gold boxes, just pick up a pan, cheap little pan, get on the river, just practice, have some fun. It's a cheap way to relax and relieve stress. It's unbelievable what just playing in the water does. But until next time.